I'm really excited today because I'm going to be installing some splash shields underneath my SC, and these are from Z30 Concepts, and they are at jzz30.com. I've been talking with the owner, Ren, on Instagram lately, and he sent, oh, that's so cool. He sent these along. This is the front splash shield that goes between the bumper and the radiator, and we have the main under tray splash shield there that goes underneath the engine. And these are designed to replace the factory splash shields that come on the car. Those, of course, are plastic, and those splash shields end up getting cracked and covered in ATF and all kinds of nasty stuff. So these are designed to replace those with some high-quality CNC aluminum. So I'm gonna get these installed today. So one of the first things I did to this car way back in 2016 was remove the under tray splash shields that came on the car, and I actually only had one of the two factory ones. I had the one underneath the bumper. I didn't have the one that came under the engine, but if I did, it would have been an oily mess like everything else down here. I really had no plan on how to replace these until Ren from Z30 Concepts reached out and said that he's a fan of fully spooled and he'd love to see his splash shields installed in a future video. So I went and looked at the website and thought they looked pretty cool, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Actually, he didn't even say do a video. He just said, I want to see my products on your car, and I want you to enjoy what I make. And for me, that's incredible. He seems like a really stand-up guy, and I'm excited to get these guys installed, mostly because I like having good parts on the car, and these are exceptionally high-quality CNC machined parts, and these will look awesome under the car. It's a shame that they're going to be under the car, because you're not going to be able to see them, but you will see them at least in this video. So both of these shields come with the hardware kit as well as instructions. There's that one there, and this is for the main splash shield, and inside here we should have the various screws and wow, that's some really hard glue. Actually, this is our factory Toyota parts, genuine parts. Look at that. Man, the quality is incredible. So the main shield goes down underneath the engine just like this, and it will bolt up right there to the factory holes, and then this goes up to the bottom of the radiator support just like that, which looks awesome. And I mean, that's going to be basically a splash shield, but also will stop rocks and other kinds of things from flying up and hitting the underside of the engine, which is really awesome. So the first piece that gets installed would be the front splash guard that has all the vents for the radiator, and here are the instructions for that, as well as the hardware kit that was sent. And it sounds like this goes on first, because I am going to have the aluminum engine splash shield. So the front bumper aluminum splash shield will need to be installed over the aluminum engine splash shield like OEM. So this guy will go on first. It'll go on top of that guy, which will go underneath of it. I went and removed the metal piece here that holds the lip to the bottom of the bumper, because this bumper has seen a very hard life over 25 plus years. This is what that piece looks like. It's supposed to keep the bumper straight. Not quite sure how that's going to happen when it looks like this, but I'm going to flatten this guy back out and reinstall it once I get this guy installed. But taking this bar out will give me a bit more flexibility and pull on the bumper. So under the bumper here, these little black clips are the 5 clips that held the factory splash shield in place. The kit that you get from Z30 does come with new clips in case you don't have yours. Mine are all still in good shape, so I'm just going to reuse them, I think, and then use the screws and the hardware that came with the kit. So the next step will be taking off this protective layer, which for me is going to be a lot of fun because I love this stuff. It looks really nice. I love the laser engraved logo as well. So this is all the hardware that came with the kit. We have these screws here and these clips. These are designed to hold the sides of the splash shield to the factory wheel well linings. I don't have those anymore because race car, so that I'm not going to use. However, I am going to be using these bolts to attach the splash shield to the bottom of the engine bay. And these will be the very first and maybe only factory Toyota parts that I will ever have on this car. So what's really cool is when you torque these bolts down, the whole thing kind of just comes together. It makes this beautiful, like, smooth air flow promoting arc like under the car. It's really kind of cool. Well, there we have it. It's all installed. I think it looks incredible. It is so sturdy in the fit and finish. Honestly, you know, I know that Ren told me to be as honest and brutal as I can with this install and review, but there's nothing bad to say about this, honestly. It went in easy. All of the OEM hardware made it like a super simple install. I had to do one longer bolt right there because of how my power steering is mounted up there, or the power steering cooler. But other than that, the front splash shield here with the vents is just so cool. You can see how air will get right up into the radiator there. And then the main splash shield here has full coverage and went on so easy. Like honestly, it was just one of the easier installs I've ever done on this car. One thing to note about the main splash shield here is it comes in different varieties. So if you have your oil filter down here, of course mine is mounted in the engine bay. So I got one that doesn't have any access panel at all. But if you have your oil filter on this side or on that side, depending if you have a 1UZ or a 2JZ or whatever your engine configuration is, they can hook you up with the right access panel for your oil filter. This also comes with an anodized black finish as well, if that's more your thing. So from above, we can see all of the vents in there, all cut, and honestly, it just looks really cool. I know I was supposed to be brutally honest with this review, but I have no complaints. Everything went together very smoothly, and it's all very high quality, top-notch stuff. I think what I am going to do eventually, though, is add some aluminum sheeting on the sides here, just bolted to those holes up there, and that will basically make it so I have a complete sealed off intake area going to my radiator, so air can't escape through either of the side holes on either side. So we'll have the metal on the bottom kind of sucking air up into it, and then I'll have these side pieces blocked off so air can't escape. And then I think what I'm going to do is just make a custom aluminum piece that goes up here and probably up here as well, just to kind of block off that whole area. But overall, I'm just really happy with how this thing turned out. It looks so good. And of course, there's still plenty of room in there for an intercooler if you have one mounted kind of from the top to the bottom there. And then you can see that, honestly, if you had it much lower than that, you're going to be kind of dangerously close to hitting the intercooler on the bottom of the car anyway. So I think there's tons of room there for an intercooler, and of course, oil coolers and power steering coolers and all that good stuff. So from inside, we can see all of our clearances line up. You can see the bottom of the radiator there, and the bottom of the sway bar, and the bottom of the steering rack. Everything fits perfectly and exactly how it should be, super clean. Of course, on the side here, we have the holes for the factory wheel well lining, which I do not have on this car. And there's also random holes cut into it for various access points. I assume things like the radiator drain and that kind of stuff. But honestly, it's only a couple bolts to take the whole thing off, so I don't really think you would need to worry too much about having, access with panels and holes and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if this is the first LS swapped SC to get this kind of splash shield installed, but as you can see, it does not affect the engine at all. So I think you should be good at having an LS or a 2JZ or a 1UZ or whatever you got. It should work for you. Huge thanks and massive shout out to Ren from Z30 Concepts and JZZ30.com. He hit me up on Instagram, sent me these splash shields. He never asked for a review or a video or anything. He just said he wanted to see his parts installed and have people enjoying them. If any of you liked what you saw today and you want a splash shield on your SC, go to JZZ30.com, enter discount code fully spooled all caps, and you'll get 10% off your order of splash shields for the SC. I didn't ask for that. He just said he wanted to supply a discount code to me and to our viewers, and to me that's incredible. So thank you, dude. I really, really appreciate that. That's it for the episode. As always, thank you for watching. I'm so excited to have these parts on the car. We are drift ready. All I have to do now is an alignment, and we're going to the track. I was supposed to go a month and a half ago. It didn't happen. We're going soon. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more fully spooled track footage incoming any day now. Please do throw a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. So that went like surprisingly well, right?